Friends, how are you doing? Welcome to Dealing with Money Channel 2. Yes, I'm gonna talk about RCAT, okay? I'm gonna talk about Redcat. You guys, I don't think I've ever gotten so many comments about talk about Redcat. Jeez, okay, we'll talk about Redcat here. So first, let's just go right into Applied Digital. I will talk about Redcat, but let me talk about Applied Digital here because this is really exciting about Applied Digital. It's a really unique situation of where this company is. There's a strong amount of investors that are going, I'm with this company, I believe in it. Things are happening over here, and you're kind of in this moment right now with Applied Digital. If you're just getting here, you're kind of witnessing a whole new stream of revenue be started here with this company. So it's a very exciting moment for the company too, because they're in a new stream of revenue. So I don't think it's crazy to say that this situation could get a little more expensive, if not hold this good position where it's at right now financially, stock price wise. But I found this little piece of this article right now. I thought this said kind of what's going on with the company. Is it kind of just says it all out. So I just put that there so you can read it if that helps any. But this is a company that is growing in revenue, like I said, and the stock right now is getting pretty expensive. I remember like just months ago the stock was at like $8-9, and I talked about it on my main channel, I don't know, somewhere at the beginning of the year, and I was like, you should look at this video, should look at this stock right here. This is something I would really look at. And now, now that I'm talking about it again on the second channel here, it's look what's happened. I mean, this is crazy, but too, this is because their finances have really been increasing here. This is a company that's been doing good here. Now obviously, to say that their finances this year, the revenue has been a little tipsy-topsy, but not in a bad way. But what you're seeing though is them being in this whole new stream of revenue right now, and it's very high revenue. I mean, we're talking about a company that is, coming in with $55 to $60 million, revenues clips here. So the fact that, it's a very it's a very unique situation of where this stock is going. We've had this huge push with digital here, to where it has hit this $16 position right under it essentially, and now we are back into this $11-12 on a good day. But I think this is definitely a place where the stock is going to be comfortable here for a minute, 100%. But if you look at really what's been going on here the last 2 weeks, you see these strong builds with the stock right now. So it's really interesting that, obviously they're getting ready to release another quarterly here, and they release their quarters a little different here. So, there's a lot of expectation what's going with the stock. So, I don't know if you're swing trading this, you're probably going to run into some more luck next week. I do suspect. And two, you have to know too that, we're going into earnings season here. So the stock market's probably going to start to do really well. You've got some of the biggest companies about to release earnings here, and it's going to drive up the market regardless here, especially tech stocks. And, this is in the category of that. So, friends, listen, I'm still watching Applied Digital. I know a lot of you are really into the stock. I'm really into the stock. I'm going to be honest with you. I have not bought into it yet. That's the thing too. I'm waiting to see what is, what's going to really happen here with this. I would like to see if this stock could hold this $10 to $12 range here. It's very interesting to me. Very interesting. I do think that if we continue to see revenue, really heat up more with the stock here this year, that, $18 is probably very, very possible here by the end of this year. But, I think just the place that the stock is traveling to here is probably $12 to $15 easily. And that's kind of where we're at right now with this increase in revenue. So, that's what's so interesting right now, is that if revenue continues to increase like it is right now, this is really exciting. Look at the jump right now with revenue. This is crazy. So, yeah, that's how I feel about it. Just kind of get that out there more, because you guys comment so much about Applied Digital, and yeah, I'm still very much watching it. I think it is a very interesting play, and obviously all the crypto stuff that's going on, and then Applied Digital, all that too. So, all right, let's talk about Red Cat Holdings. So yes, I know about this company. I know about the stock. I watch it. I will say this: I'm not going to be mean towards it, but you know me, I'm going to bring a double-edged sword to the conversation right now here with Red Cat Holdings. Okay, their finances are everywhere. I mean, it is a mess over here with them. It's much like a situation of what I started yapping my gums with Big Bear here, almost, I don't know what, a year almost ago at this point, coming up here. There is a very interesting play here with the company. Okay, there's stuff going on here. So obviously, drone technology is increasing, and right now this defense bill, and this is kind of what a lot of the conversation I just had about Big Bear too. Where will a lot of this defense, spending go with, with companies? And Red Cat here is obviously in that category right now, that they could continue to push into this sector. Now the company, it's much, and just because I don't look at companies that are losing money, or their revenue's terrible, and it's just, it looks like a mess. I say it looks like a mess because it looks like a mess, but that's not a terrible thing too. This isn't a situation of a company that we can tell is they're going out of business. What I'm looking at right now, I'm looking at a company that is completely in this moment of structure, trying to figure out where they're going, trying to get into this growing pathway of technology, drones, all that. And right now, obviously too, there is a huge push right now for what's going to be coming up here with drone companies. I mean, we had there was a moment in the market here, I think it was 2022, 2023, somewhere in that, where drone companies were a big thing. I think a lot of it started too with Amazon, because Amazon was talking about using drones to deliver packages, and that's when a lot of people were like, we gotta buy drone companies. And there was, I can't remember but there was significant few drone companies that got significant contracts to really push up what they were doing here. So I am watching this company like a hawk, and obviously a lot of people are buying it because what could happen here? They could get a huge military contract, and they already have. And so, that's a situation of, we should start to see revenue increase more with this company, where they can get back to what they were doing in 2024, where they were making, it wasn't crazy money. I mean, they were hitting some quarterlies that were, $5 million, $6 million, a little over $6 million. Not crazy money, but good money for them nonetheless. So I'm watching it like a hawk. I will tell you, it is, I want to see it do more. I want to see it get better. I want to see them get contracts. Listen, I'm hopeful that this company can do better here. But this is the conversation with a lot of companies right now that we're watching, with these defense companies, these security companies, these drone companies. Even something like Rcat-Apld right now. I'm watching Rcat-Apld because Rcat-Apld's already gotten one of the biggest government contracts in history. But that's what's making that company work right now. But you look at something like Red Cat too, that they could just keep pushing into this situation of what they have and where they're going. Listen, we know the world, just like a few things that are always going to be in play, always going to be in business. What? Grocery stores, car manufacturers, in war elements. Okay, so drones, obviously, where do they fit in that category? And listen, like I said, with Trump, this bill passing this coming week, there's going to be a huge conversation. Trump is going to talk about where they're thinking they're going to be placing money with defense. elements. I'm sure he will talk about the Golden Dome more, what's going on with that. We'll get more of details of where things are going. Everyone's looking at the same thing, and everyone's trying to get their money right for this, because when things do start to get announced here, I would suspect that we're going to see some of these companies that we've been following, maybe Rcat is one of them here, where they're really going to do another push, where we're going to be like, oh my God, like, this stock just shot up more. So listen, talking about Rcat, this is not me telling you to buy it whatsoever. I'm not telling you to buy Rcat. I'm talking about it because I just want to address it, because I've gotten so many comments about it. Obviously, I'm wishing the best for the company. I don't know what the long lifespan of the company is. I want to see them push into more contracts. I want to see them, get debt under control, which they've only got $28 million in debt. That's not terrible by any means. Definitely seen worse out there with companies, and they've got cash in the bank. So it's a very interesting situation. I'm definitely watching it. It is on my wish list of stocks, watch list that stocks that I watch. So yeah, friends, that's kind of where I'm at with those two companies. Applied Digital, I'm watching like a hawk, like crazy. In Rcat, I have not I have not dived in it financially whatsoever, but I'm watching it. I'm watching it 100%. I think it's an interesting play. And I think I was going to say this and I didn't. I don't know that the drone craze has happened in the market. I've been through a lot of different moments in the market. I've been through the EV moment. I've been through the green initiative, turning corn starch into gas. That was during the Biden administration. These clean initiative green energy companies. Been through a little bit where cannabis stocks were really taking over. There's all and now we're in this whole software tech, and then last year was like chips. So and like I said, there was a moment for drones, but it wasn't that big of a moment. So I'm still thinking that drones will have their moment in the market, and it could be coming sooner than we think here, especially, like I said, with this defense bill that has been passed. Friends, yeah, I'm watching it. Very much watching it. That may not be helpful to a lot of people, but I just, like I said, I want to address it 100%. I just want to be clear-cut honest with you. I'm not in it, but I'm watching it. I think it's an interesting situation. Anything that's tied in with the government right now, I'm watching it. Friends, thank you so much for being here. I really do appreciate that, and I will talk to you soon. Bye, everyone.